Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about some game-changing news for Tesla. As many of you know already, we recently just had the Q2 earnings call where we heard some news from Elon and also the CFO and listened to some investor questions as well. So with this video, I'm going to be unpacking some game-changing news, especially talking about Tesla's new factory location choice decision and also just what the forecast is looking for Tesla in the future for the rest of the year as well. So if you do appreciate the Tesla content and just simply news videos where I keep you all updated on the company and also talk about the stock as well, then please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out, and it also gets these YouTube videos recommended further. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the value of Tesla stock today. As you can see with the portfolio, we've made around $3,000 if you include both the normal market hours and the after hours. I think the portfolio is near an all-time, if not at an all-time high. But with that being said, let's check out Tesla stock. It is now nearing that $1,700 per share number, once again at $1,665 right now. We got a growth day of 6.16% just for today alone in the normal hours. We got plus 1.53%, and then in the after hours it surged as well at plus 4.56%. And I'm not sure if Robinhood has already charted this on the graph just yet. I'd say it will probably be a little bit longer before it shows up, but as of now they currently haven't plotted the point for Q2 earnings, but they have beaten expectations for earnings for Q2 of 2020 significantly, and they actually had another profitable quarter for quarter 2 of 2020, which is absolutely huge. This is the first time that Tesla has ever had a full year of profitability, 4 quarters in a row. And also, as many of you know, with these consecutive quarters and having just 4 straight quarters of profitability, that means Tesla is now eligible for the S&P 500. So like I mentioned in previous videos, I stated that it was likely that they would be profitable this quarter and beat expectations because, for one thing, you really just don't want to bet against Elon Musk. If there's one person in the world that I would think that you wouldn't want to bet against, it would be Elon. And that's just because he constantly beats expectations and he proves things with his actions. And I stated that it would be likely that we would have a profitable quarter, and if so, it would most likely lead to some growth in the share price as well after that announcement. And as you can see with the after hours, the stock price not only gained for the normal market hours, but it surged in the after hours once that announcement was released. So with this most recent announcement of profitability being discussed, and that also being 4 consecutive quarters in a row of profitability for Tesla, which means they're now eligible to join the S&P 500, then that has led to a share price increase in which we are now nearing $1,700 per share once again. And if we check at the yearly chart, if it's not just judging like within the hours within a day and just purely what the day ended as, I believe this is an all-time high end for Tesla. It was previously at 1643, but with today we are at 1664. So definitely a huge milestone for Tesla. And to just go a little bit more in depth on these profits for Q2 of 2020, this is the official update from the Tesla website that they released today. And the highlights are for cash, it says $535 million increase in our cash and cash equivalents in Q2 to $8.6 billion. Operating cash flow less capex, free cash flow in parentheses, $418 million in Q2. Profitability, $327 million GAAP operating income, 5.4% operating margin in Q2, $104 million GAAP net income, $451 million non-GAAP net income, ex SBC in Q2, and then also 4 quarters of sequential profitability. So that's what we were referencing earlier about eligibility for the S&P 500. This is the 4th quarter in a row for profitability. And then in terms of operations, it states that the next US Gigafactory site has been selected and preparations are underway. Even Elon Musk stated that they are already working on construction at this new location in the conference call. And another announcement is that they've increased the Model S range to 402 miles, and the Model Y and China-made Model 3 production rates continue to increase. And they've also mentioned that there's a lot of potential for improvements in terms of just margins and manufacturing as well, in which they can make their production lines more and more optimized. And he says that's a huge part of manufacturing. He says obviously you can make a lot of improvements on the vehicles themselves, but in terms of efficiency and optimization, they can really keep on improving their production lines, which can lead to a bigger number every year in in terms of production within their factories. So that's definitely a huge part as well. He says that Shanghai is getting used to that more and more, and especially with more local sourcing. He said it could be around 80% local sourcing in the future. Obviously, that saves a lot of cost and production, and then they're also just increasing optimization there as well. And he discussed that in the future for many of the factories that already exist. So as the workers get used to that environment and this new factory, they become better and better at increasing this optimization every day and having more output at the end of the day in terms of production for vehicles. And just to address this even more in the financial summary section where it discusses profitability, it states our operating profit improved in Q2 despite challenging circumstances. So as we know, we had factory shutdowns at Fremont because of the Rona, and then it goes on to state positive impacts include lower operating costs due to a temporary reduction in employee compensation expense, a sequential increase in regulatory credit revenue and deferred revenue recognition of $48 million related to a full self-driving feature release. And it also states these positive contributions were offset by significant costs related to factory shutdowns, as well as sequential increase in non-cash SBC expense, primarily attributable to $101 million related to 2018 CEO reward milestones. While ASPs declined sequentially, improvements in product and manufacturing costs driven by Model Y and China-made Model 3 and improved aftermarket software and connectivity revenue made a positive impact on our profitability. And just in case you're curious for this one as well, it mentions the production and the deliveries for the Model S and the Model X and the Model 3 and the Model Y. And so if you're interested in these numbers, then feel free to pause this video and check this out. And it also mentions other really cool aspects such as solar, and then we have the mobile service fleet and supercharger stations. So a lot of different factors that contribute to revenue for Tesla. So to just address the basics in terms of what people are expecting, analyst expectations were 3 cents per share for earnings. So they were expecting 3 cents per share, and what the actual results were $2.18. And then for the revenue, it also beat expectations with an expectation of $5.37 billion, in which they actually gained $6.04 billion in revenue, and then the net income is $104 million. So these actually beat expectations pretty significantly, especially earnings per share. And that's really one thing that I want to emphasize with Tesla, is that people are just really not expecting much out of this company for some reason, even though they continue to prove everyone wrong that doesn't believe in them. And a lot of people have said over the past 5 years, Tesla has been extremely undervalued up until people finally started to realize in late December, because as you can see with this time frame from 2015 to around mid-2019, the stock price was pretty much the same at this general baseline trend from like $200 to $350. So a lot of people believe that this stock price simply just finally broke out, even though it has been undervalued for such a long time. So many people say that the stock chart, instead of it just being a baseline like this straight across, that it should have gradually grown like where my mouse is moving right here and eventually met up where it's at now. And I think that's pretty logical because as you can see from this, they've laid out their plan this whole time. Elon Musk said last year to Ron Barron that Q2 is when everything starts to come together, and they've certainly proven that so far. And then just along with another game changer announcement that I haven't mentioned yet, I've talked about the new Gigafactory, but I haven't mentioned the location. In the Q2 call, Elon Musk announced that the new Gigafactory will be just outside of Austin, Texas. So it is exactly that location that we've been discussing and hearing in news in Austin, Texas. And we just heard about Texas recently approving the tax incentive deal that Tesla was requesting with them. So it is now 100% confirmed that Tesla will have another Gigafactory in Texas, and that will include, I believe, Model Y production and the Cybertruck production as well. Some people are saying that it'll be a Terafactory, but that's just such a huge announcement as well. It's finally set in stone. The new location for the American Gigafactory will be in Texas, and Elon Musk did say thank you and said a big shout out to Tulsa, Oklahoma as well, and said that he may be looking in that direction for a future factory sometime in the future in America. And if we check over here on Twitter, Governor Greg Abbott of Texas Texas, just tweeted out, "Welcome to Texas, Tesla." And he basically just puts up a quick article about the new Gigafactory coming to Travis County near Austin, Texas. And it states, "Company selects Southeast Travis County for new electric vehicle manufacturing plant. Governor Greg Abbott today issued the following statement after Tesla announced the construction of Gigafactory, Texas in Southeast Travis County, an electric vehicle manufacturing facility that will create at least 5,000 new jobs and generate over $1 billion in capital investment. Tesla is one of the most exciting and innovative companies in the world, and we are proud to welcome its team to the state of Texas," said Governor Abbott. "Texas has the best workforce in the nation, and we've built an economic environment that allows companies like Tesla to innovate and succeed. Tesla's Gigafactory, Texas will keep the Texas economy the strongest in the nation and will create thousands of jobs for hardworking Texans. I look forward to the tremendous benefits that Tesla's investment will bring to Central Texas and to the entire state." So this right here really just emphasizes the positive economic impact that Tesla is engaging in when they create these factories in America and across other parts of the world as well. So as it mentions here, it will be adding at least 5,000 new jobs to Texas and Travis County specifically. So this is such a huge economic impact, especially where we are facing many people losing jobs because of the Rona situation right now. So I really think Tesla deserves props for this as well, because not only are they benefiting their own company, but they're making other people money as well, not just the investors and not just Tesla as a company, but they're providing jobs for people, which also provides for their family as well. So it's really just the best of every world in terms of the benefits that this adds to not only investors, the company, and then workers as well. So a lot of great economic impact to come out of that as well. But I just thought that was a really essential announcement. I was glad to see them make a decision so quickly on this one, especially considering that Travis County was really receptive on their offer and just pretty much accepted it instead of coming up with some sort of counteroffer that led to Tesla not getting exactly what they wanted. So the fact that Travis County just said, "Yes, we accept these terms, we'll take whatever you're asking for and we'll do it," then I thought that was really respectable. And that's one of the main reasons I wanted them to go to Austin, Texas instead of Tulsa. Honestly, I think just the location of Austin, Texas is much more beneficial for Tesla, especially with supply chains and stuff like that. But anyways, I just wanted to share this video with you all talking about some groundbreaking news for Tesla. The fourth quarter in a row of profitability, 4 consecutive quarters, a big deal for S&P 500 inclusion criteria. And then we also have the huge announcement about the upcoming Gigafactory in Texas, which finally has a location. And now the fact that they have a location, it means that they can go ahead and start creating it. They're already working on construction, as Elon mentioned in the call. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button, and also feel free to sign up to Robinhood and Webull with my referral link in the description below. If you sign up with those links, for one thing, it supports the channel and it also gives you some free stocks as well. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.